Flosstube, it's Valerie at Stitching in the Barn, and it is Tuesday, May 12th today, and it's a bright sunny day, even though it's cold, hence my little woolly jacket thing that I'm wearing, but it is a glorious day. It's absolutely breathtakingly beautiful. Puffy white clouds and clear blue sky, green field, gentle breeze, quite chilly temperatures, which I like because it gives me energy. I think I definitely am a person whose ancestry is from the northern climes because I just feel energized when it's chilly and bright like that. I'm like, okay, let's go. Time to, plant something or clean something out or, stuff like that. When it's hot and humid, I just wilt. So anyway, I hope you all are well. I hope the weather's nice where you are. I hope you're getting lots of stitching done and not letting your spirits get down. So hang in there. We can do this. I will quickly show you what I've been working on, my MAYnia stuff, and then we'll get to the Christmas things. So that's fun. I've been looking forward to showing you more Christmas patterns in my continuing stash dive. Whee! Let's see. These are not in the correct order, but I will show you I did quite a bit of work on Lady Martha Washington. As you know, this is a very old homespun sampler pattern. And here she is. Whoops. Here she is. It looks like she's got a big peacock or feather coming out of her head, but I haven't formed her head yet. Her head's really kind of there. These are her earrings, I think, and her cheeks. It's a funny pattern because they only give you about 4 colors. Let's see, there's this sort of brownish red, this blue, the mascara black, her flesh color, which is hardly distinguishable from her bodice color, the ruffle in her bodice. In the picture, this part looks like it should be mustard yellow, and you would think her flesh would be a little more peach. And I thought about substituting colors, like the DMC or something, or pulling some floss, and I decided not to because the whole concept of this, I think, is to look really old and crusty, because the instructions say once you finish this stitching this, now comes the fun part. You're supposed to get out your tea bags and plunk them all over and smear your fingers with coffee grinds and really go to town on aging this, and then hit it with a hairdryer is what the instructions say. And I thought about how timid I am usually, because I have walnut crystals that I was going to do this to some of my projects in the past. I've always been too scared to try it. And I really like the way whoever homespun sampler is, how she said, now comes the fun part, because that's the way you should approach something like that. Especially something like this that I really like it, but I'm not too fussed about it. It was quite easy. It's quite easy to stitch. I haven't finished it yet, but it's not a difficult stitch that I've put hours and hours and hours into, and I would be terrified to touch. But something like this, I can have some fun with this maybe. So I'll be looking forward to showing you those results. I did not work on George. I just worked on Martha. So there's Martha. I worked on my Feels Like Home Mystery Sal for Fat Quarter Shop, and I did part 2. I'm doing this 1/1 on Laurie Holt. Is it called Cloud Lugana? 25 count Lugana. And I changed it slightly because this part of the house is supposed to be this darker gray, and I wanted it to be light to match the very top part of the house. So I just changed that. And I saw Deb on Country Stitches had done a simple little stem stitch for the bird's branch. And I thought, gosh, I should have done that. That would have been easier than all these tiny little X's. But too late. I'd already done it. And somebody else who did it and had changed the branch color to brown, which I thought was also a good idea. Although I remember I had a teacher in 1st grade who said, we all took our little drawings up to him to be critiqued. And he said, I want us to all take a walk this afternoon. I want you to look at the bark of a tree because all of you are just using brown to do your trees. And he said, if you really look at the bark of a tree, it's got all kinds of colors in it. It's got grays and browns and greens. And I've sort of never forgotten that. And I thought, well, that's true. So I don't mind that this is gray. But there we are. I love how the variegation turned out on the little bird with the different colors of teal. So I'm happy with that. And this stitching over one on this 25 count Lugana has not been difficult. And I've been doing, I alternate. Sometimes I will do my old method of over one stitching where I'm paying attention to the weave of the cloth. And then other times I just do it the farm girl way, where I just go along and come back, and or even if I'm doing individual crosses, I just been very careful not to pull too tight, and it hasn't sunk. The stitches haven't sunk. And I think once they're anchored in there with the other part of the cross, I don't think they will. I don't think they're going anywhere. So I'm kind of pleased with that, and I'm more relaxed about it. I haven't worked on my Bloomtopia stitch along at all. I am saving that one for later because I've done the most on that. I did work a bit on American Sampler, American Farmhouse, which is Scarlet House. And you know, I was looking at this and I thought, I'm going to change these colors because I want this to be more, I think I want it to be more red, white, and blue, kind of, since it's got the big flag. And these colors are meant to be like a really dark gray. I'll show you. These are the colors. And they want you to use gunmetal for places like this quilt and here and here. And I thought, I want it to be red, white, and blue. I want those quilts to be cheery and pop. And also, the fabric they used for this was Edinburgh bark, which is a lot darker than what I'm using. I'm just using Edinburgh Natural. It's lighter. So I thought, well, that could take a brighter... Anyway, this is the house. So I have progressed. I've done more. After my terrible having to rip out the letters, I was pleased to get more of the house done. And, you know, I said I didn't like stitching on this linen. The linen itself is fabulous to stitch on. Like, your needle just glides through and it sings along. But I think it was that I've been working so much with hand-dyed linens that to have just a plain neutral linen just seemed a little dull to me. And I think that's why I also want to brighten up the quilts that are hanging. I haven't decided if I'm going to change the reds there. The red is called for is Red Rocks, which I think is very pretty, and it's pretty on there. Like, these colors are great on here. But I think I might use the Red Rocks for these plants, maybe. And maybe that little basket. And then make this blue rather than gray and darker gray, like it's actually called for. I don't know if you can see that or not. It looks blue there. Doesn't that look blue? So I thought, well, I'm going to make it blue the way it looks to my eye. And then I looked closely at the quilts and I thought, I'm going to change them up. And I'm not going to go for wildly bright. I'm just going to make it a little more blue, so it's more like red, white, and blue. Here's my little, I showed this before, but I love it so much. My little Celtic. To me, that's a little shepherd, you know, in Scotland's dog, looking out over the hills, and here's the little Celtic thing in the blue for the purpley blue for Scotland. So I had somebody write and say they were watching me from Scotland, so that's exciting. I had to show her that. Next, I worked on a little bit on Kathy Barrick Bird's Eye View. Not a whole lot, but a little bit. Oh, there we go. I should just take it out of the bag. I have done more on the bird, the big bird. I'm working on his head now. He has sort of a striped collar, and then his beak and everything. And then this color also, I started the house that's going to be next to him on the other side. This house. I love doing this one too. And this is 40 count buttercream lakeside linen. Again, a dream to stitch on. So enjoying that very much. A tiny bit of his tail I didn't fill in. I guess I must have run out of thread. I don't know why I would stop there. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll work till the thread's almost finished or has finished, and then I'll jump around because, you know, you want to see something else come to life. So there we have that. That's not even in my MAYnia. That was just one I was working on before MAYnia, and I couldn't put it down. I did not touch Brickhouse Sampler this week, and I didn't touch my ABC Abecedarian Schoolhouse Brenda Gervais patterns. I think I was doing all that 1/1 for the Fat Quarter Shop Mysteries Sal, and I thought, oh, daylight's fading and I don't really want to do more 1/1. I think I'll do something else for the evening, and so I never actually picked it up. I'm working on lesson 2 of the Schoolhouse series, so I won't show you that because I really didn't do anything, but I did work a lot on, oh, no, I didn't work a lot on this. I've got the wrong bag here. I worked a little on the ABC samplers, and I'm working on RST, it's Little House Needleworks. And I'm doing the Shepherd's Bush color conversion, and I'm working on this one, RST. I just have to put the leaves on the trees and finish the grass, and I'm done with this one. And here's the whole thing. I'll have to put something behind it. Let's see. Here's the whole thing. So that's fun. I'm enjoying that a lot. So finish up that one, and then 2 more houses to go, and then it's done. And that's really not even a MAYnia start either. That is just one I was working on before. But the one I put the most work in, as far as my MAYnia projects, I think this week, was the Quaker sewing tray. Oops, I guess I should hold it that way. And that I'm doing on 32 count Oaken by Picture This Plus. And this is where I am. Sorry for the wrinkles. So I've done quite a lot. You know, again, I ran out of thread there, so there's a tiny bit to finish on the house. But this big flower pot's ready. This one needs a couple of the colorful flowers. This also gets more flowers. So this pot is not finished, but this one is, I think. And then it's just a matter of these sort of loose open weave designs that that's not difficult stitching. That won't take a long time. Just that and that, and then I'm done. Of course, I can't go to Michael's or Hobby Lobby or anywhere and buy paint if I don't have that color paint. I probably have some out in the barn that's, you know, I could sort of make a blend that would look like that. So depending on how impatient I get, I might do that. Or I might wait for the actual colors I need, but we'll see. But anyway, that's to paint the little tray, and then I could try finishing it, you know. I've not done a lot of that. Oh, maybe I should stop and go get who won the Locks and Keys pattern. Hang on one second. So the winner of the Antiques Locks and Keys pattern by Shakespeare's Peddler is Cheryl Mills. I did the random comment generator, and it picked Cheryl, and she said she has a small key wall and she would love to add this pattern to her key wall, and I hope maybe she'll send me a picture of her key wall. That sounds most intriguing. But anyway, Cheryl Mills, you won the Antiques Locks and Keys pattern. So either send me a message through Instagram at Stitching in the Barn, or email me realstitchinginthebarn@gmail.com, and it's listed below in the description box if you forget. So if you don't hear from me, email me again. It's not a bother, it's a help, and congratulations. So now I have the small pattern Christmas box with me again. I need to get through these because I need to put them back where they belong in the barn because we're clogging up my dining room with all these patterns. I think I showed you all the little ones in the front. Yes. Tucked in the side, I also have Flip It Bits by Lizzie Kate. I don't know why these are in the Christmas box. I guess they just fit in. Oh, I know why. Because I have Christmas rules. That's what it is. I've got all the Christmas rules patterns, so you know it ends up looking like this. And each pattern comes, and they each have 2 of the parts. This one will say treasure family, and this one says be kind and of good cheer, and they have all the little buttons that go with them stapled in the middle there. So those are fun. I'd like to do this. I've done the Halloween rules, so I figured I guess I had to do the Christmas rules. And then I've got a couple random Lizzie Kate patterns. They're called Quickets. Here's Be Naughty, Save Santa a Trip. Here's Don't Get Your Tinsel in a Tangle. And the shop where I got this one was out near Reading. Had it done up exactly like this. They must have found the identical fabric and made it into a big pillow. So they probably did this on some sort of, what's that called? 10 count Clostern or something, this part. So it was quite big. And then they had quilted the surrounding fabric around, which is a really cute effect. Here's Celebrate snippet from 2015. Cute little Santa. He's made into a little bag, but you could just do him as an ornament if you wanted, or a little pillow or something. Here's another snippet. This is from 2017. These are awfully cute, made into little bags where you tuck candy canes or a bit of greenery or something in the top. I think that's very cute. And then I guess these were in there because of this guy. Seems Christmassy, even though he's January. Let's see what February is. I mean December. It's a mitten. Not too overly Christmassy. That's a year of stamps. If you look, they're all made to look like postage stamps. I apologize for my voice because I just took an allergy tablet. With all this lovely spring foliage comes, of course, allergy season, but what are you gonna do? I tried to, you know how you have those automated lines for credit cards? I was trying to pay a credit card bill on the phone, and they said, say your credit card number, and so I said it, and with each number that I pronounced, my voice cracked, so it was like 4, 2, 1, you know, like that. And the recorded voice goes, I think you said, you know, blah, 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 which made me laugh. Could not be understood by the robotic person, so. How far did I get? I can't remember. Oh, I don't think I did those. I think I stopped with Country Cottage Needleworks, and Erica Michaels was the last one I showed. Mistletoe Kisses. So carrying on from there, let's see what we got in the next section. It is Hands-on Design Christmas Eve. These are those cute, cute ornaments that she designed. And I did buy a little finishing pack that has some of the balls in it. And the twine. Enough to make 9 ornaments. But I have only bought 2. Oops. I saw Priscilla, you know, if you look on Priscilla's blog, Priscilla and Chelsea, The Real Housewives, she changed the colors up to make them more Christmassy. I do love these teals. These are the same colors Kathy Haberman used for, or Haberman used for her laundry series. I do love it. But I'm tempted to do them the red and green Christmas, traditional Christmas. Here's the other one I have, which is the Dear Tear, it's called. thought that was very cute. And I thought those kind of went in the shape. I don't know. I like them, so I bought them. Hands-on design again. Ready, Set, Snow, another ornament. Slightly different colorway. Comes with a little button and a patch of wool. Not sure where you put the wool, but I guess if I read it, I will figure it out. Oh, you know what it is? The wool is to cut him a little nose. Cut a little nose for the snowman. That's what the wool's used for, but they give you a very generous piece of wool for that. I guess you can mess up a few times. Heartstring samplery. H is for holly. Love this. Have a little round frame that I bought for this, which is by Signed and Numbered. It's a 6-inch circle opening, and this color is super red vintage dye. I think that's cute. Again, Heartstring samplery. This is Hibernation Day. It's a nice long band. I love the snap of winter air and snowflakes on my face. How snow drifts make the world disappear without a trace. I'll take a day dressed in pajamas in a room without a view if I can spend the day curled up next to you. Let's have a hibernation day, me and you. Isn't that cute? Has a lovely wintry feel to it, sort of rough and rustic and lovely. I love that. Okay, Homespun Elegance. Jingle Jingle. Oh, Sandra Sullivan is homespun. I'm having trouble with my mouth today. Sandra Sullivan is Homespun Elegance. Jingle Jangle. May our handworks fulfill our heart's desires. I agree with you, Sandra. Yes. So that's Jingle Jingle. Here is Snow Babies. The mama snowman pulling all the baby snowmen. Thought that was cute. This one is called Joy to All. I like the fuzzy, it's not, I don't think it's chenille trim, but I like what she used there. Yummy. Again, Homespun Elegance. I guess that's because there are candy canes, that's why it's yummy. And they include a little candy cane charm, which is nice. Snowbirds in tow. That's cute. Little snowmen pulling the birds, the cardinals, along. These are all done on 32 count putty over-dyed linen. Weeks Dye Works putty linen. Has a really rough, raw feel to it. That looks nice on there. Hurry, it's a snow day. Gosh, I got a lot of these. I must have really been on a Homespun Elegance kick for a while. Well, you know, my house is so old that I think I go for the old and crusty. It says, hooray, it's a snow day. This one is Snowman Parade. Snow. This is an annual snowman ornament, but it doesn't say what year. It says Snowman Melt Your Heart. And this one is Bees and Birds Santa. I tore into this. I guess I was going to try and make it. I never did. But he's cute. It's a Santa and ornament, and he's got a bee skep in one hand and a birdhouse in the other. It's very cute. Spirit of Christmas, which says peace, joy, and cheer. Homespun Elegance. Homespun Elegance Peace and Cheer Santa with a little star charm. Cute. I don't think any of these have a year on them. This one's done on mink, R&R reproductions. 30 count mink, I don't even know if that color still exists, but I think this is quite an old pattern. 2011, that's not so old. Let's see what most of these are. 2012. These don't have years. I think those are the only ones I have that have years on them. Anyway. Last one in that little section is Jardin Privé, Quaker de Noël. Blair. Beautiful. They did it with Wine by Nina's Threads. I don't know that brand. And they did it on 36 count flax Edinburgh linen, which is probably what I'm using for that American farmhouse, something similar. I love the variegation in that. I don't know if Nina's threads are cotton or silk, but it'd be fun to do this with silks, wouldn't it? Just a single color, variegated silk. Okay. Back in the box. Hopefully to be pulled out and stitched someday soon. All right, Lila's Studio, Winter. Isn't that cute? I love that. I love Lila's Studio things too. Here is just a few parts of Jack Frost's Tree Farm. I only bought a few. I thought I'd do the big one, which is part 1. Little House Needleworks. And then the other ones I bought were balsam fir and Douglas fir. And if I'm going to have that big long one, I have a feeling I need to pick one more to go underneath. I like the old woody station wagon, and I liked the little red truck. But I might do something like Priscilla did and just leave the words of the tree types off, because I always get a Fraser fir, and I don't think they did Fraser fir. I think that's what Priscilla said too. So I'm with you, Priscilla, on that. Here's another Little House Needleworks all dolled up. Is that what it's called? No, that's the name of the series. It's called Frosty Flakes, sorry. Cute. Little white dove I like on the top of the tree. And I like the little pale green package, that's cute. Here is Little House Needleworks Gingerbread Trio. Cute. Through the Woods. This is My House. I think this is part of the Hometown Holiday series, but I just thought you could buy this and personalize it with your own name. My maiden name was Williamson, so I thought, ooh, I could just shift that over and put an O-N on there and be done with it, not have to chart it myself. Yes. This one is Merry Christmas. Little House Needleworks again. This one is Deck the Halls, Ornament of the Month, 2011. I love that Christmas carol. We had this record when I was little, Julie Andrews singing that, and she just bursts out, take bolts with, but you know, I'm not going to sing it at you, but boy, that is exhilarating when that voice lets fly. It's magnificent, so that's what I always think of. Here is another Hometown Holiday, The Tree Lot. I'll have to look at how many of these I have and whether I would ever consider doing them in the big ensemble of various houses in the village, or whether I'll just stitch them individually as ornaments. I'm not sure. I think I'd have to buy quite a few more patterns, so I probably won't do that, but anyway, I'm just thinking aloud here, folks. Little House Needleworks Tree Farm. I like how they finished this one with the blanket stitch around the edge. That's cute. Here is Saltbox Village, Ornament of the Month, 2012. Love me a Saltbox house. There we go. Ornament of the Month 2, 2011, Bringing Home the Tree. Cardinal Winter. Oh Christmas Tree. Warm winter woolens, and you know I'm a sheep fan, so I thought that was really cute, and a knitting sweater fan too. 6 Little Cardinals. All is Calm. Pear Tree. And this I won from Priscilla and Chelsea. It's January and February, Little House Needleworks. Oh, these are the only 2 I have in that series, and it came kitted with the floss, so I'm all set to go on this. Very exciting. All right, what's next in the magic box? Let's see. A lot of people wrote and they said they really liked Christmas, so I thought, well, I'll keep going with this pattern frenzy. We're on to Lizzie Kate. Winter Smalls. Lots to choose from there. Very cute. I think I was going to do this. Winter. Tiny Tidings. 11. I liked Dear Santa Define Good. Thought that was funny, the one up here. But the others say, You Better Not Pout, Joy, Merry Christmas with a little mouse, and 'Tis the Season. But I was going to do Dear Santa Define Good. I thought that was funny. I love these little elves. Tiny Tidings 22. These are the ones I love. And this little Santa. The others are cute too, sort of as an accompaniment. Maybe I would do these 3. These are very cute. I've got so many other things to do, but I did love the way the little elves were drawn. These reminded me of the elves in Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the claymation movie. My sister and I used to pout. You know, we would be very luckily taken out to dinner by our grandparents, and we'd be like, but Rudolph's on tonight. And they'd go, it's on every year. And I'm like, no, but it comes on once a year, and we're going to miss Rudolph. Okay, Lizzie Kate ABC Christmas. And I must have bought this as a kit because it's got all the floss in the back. It says angels, bells, candy cane, dove, evergreen, fruitcake, gingerbread, holly, ice skates, joy, king lights, mistletoe, nutcracker, ornaments, poinsettia, quiet, reindeer, snowman, tree, unwrap, voices, wreath, extra special, Yule log, and your bed. I thought that was cute. And then I also have the winter alphabet. I think I was I was in a panic that Lizzie Kate was going to not be printed anymore or something, so I bought a lot of these then. Dear Santa, I've been good. I thought these were funny too. One says, Dear Santa, I've been good all year. Okay, most of the time. Once in a while. Forget it. I'll buy my own presents. And the other one says, naughty, nice. I tried. And the I tried is checked off. So that is Dear Santa, I've been good, number 187. I thought that was funny. And here's Sampler Claus. I liked him to go with those other little elves that I showed you earlier. I thought he'd be really cute. That's the one I was going to do. Wow. Moving right along. This one is Madame Chantilly, Oh Christmas Tree, with the big polar bear in the back holding the tree while Santa drives their little red truck. And to go along with that, here's the bear in the tree. The bear is now putting the star on the tree. And Celebrate Christmas is the tier tray with all the goodies on it. Tiered tray with all the goodies on it, which I thought was very cute. You know, I have several tiered trays, but I never really did much with them until I started watching Priscilla and Chelsea, and now I decorate it for every season. You know, I used to pull it out when it would be like a big Christmas buffet we were having, and I would put plates of different little treats to eat on the different trays, and tuck a few little bits of greenery and stuff in between. But now I use them as decorative pieces where you're putting in, you know, greenery and decorations and all kinds of things. I don't really put much food on them anymore. Sometimes I'll put a cup or a mug or something that's filled with candies, but that's about it. Okay, Needle Bling Designs Poinsettia Christmas. Nikki's Creations Christmas Stockings. Very primitive. Each one has one little design on it. One has a house and some flowers and a date, and one has a rooster, and one has a reindeer. Nikki's Creation Primitives Christmas Tag Ornaments. Thought those were cute, and I love the way she finished them. I think this is probably what drew me in. I liked that one. Looked very Frachter, Pennsylvania Dutch. But I liked them all. Not Forgotten Farm, Parson Brown. Oh yes, in the meadow we can build a snowman. Parson Brown. Not Forgotten Farm, S. Claus, Maker of Good Things. Thought this is so cute. And Dirty Snowman. This is actually pressed into the shape of a bowl, which was a cool finishing idea. Don't know that I would do that, but I like her creativity. Very simple and prim. Here's the last one, Not Forgotten Farm, Jingle All the Way. And it's lovely little salt boxy scene of houses and Santa in his sleigh and his reindeer up above. Funny picture, weird lighting, but that's okay. I like it. Anyway. Let's see. My voice is getting tired. It's only been 24 minutes, but it's me, blah, 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 the whole time. Pineberry Lane. Farmhouse Christmas. That is very monochromatic and mod in its feel. Here's another picture of it on the back. But I really like it. And I would probably try and do it to turn out that way. It's done on tin roof linen, which is interesting because it looks a lot bluer. My tin roof has traditionally been greener than that. But that's like a bluish gray, it looks like, there. Maybe tin roof, is one of those colors that takes on the characteristics of whatever floss you're using around it. Like this has a sort of gray floss around it. Greeny gray, wood trail, roasted marshmallow, and endive. So, I don't know. Interesting. Pineberry Lane, a sprig of holly. So cute. I love those funny women. Plum Pudding Needle Art, Share the Spirit. Plum Street Samplers, Mary 1. A little postage stamp there. Looks like a letter. Hello, Winter. Plum Street Samplers. Kringle and Woolard. Cheap. Pomegranate Santa. Love this one. This looked like big celebratory lanterns or something he's carrying. No, I love those. Ah, winter salt boxes. Home for Christmas. Again, Plum Street. And the last one is called is by the Primitive Jewel. Christmas Threads. My floss is green and golden red. This is my Christmas stitching thread, it says. Just a little thread keep. That is cute. I don't think it came with the rings. I have to get my own rings. So I might not get white ones. I would like something darker, I think, with that, but it's a moot point since I'm not stitching it yet anyway. Okay. Ooh, what do we got next? Sarah Germani, Christmas Village. Oh, I don't know if you know this, but in one of my earliest videos, I showed a whip. I was doing not this one, but the other one that it's a companion piece to, and I need to pull that out and get going on it because I really had done a ton of it, and then I put it aside, but I need to do it. And then someday do this companion piece. Scarlet House, Christmas in the Village. Reminds me of my American Farmhouse one I'm doing. This one's done on 40 count ale from Picture This Plus, so it has a little more modeling. Scarlet House again, Coverlet Christmas. Love coverlets, love Scarlet House, love Christmas. What's not to love? Jingle All the Way, love the primness of this. I wish I could get some of those huge jingle bells to put on there. I know Teresa said she's having trouble getting the big ones now from Kitten Stitcher, so hopefully I'll find them somewhere. This is by Shepherd's Bush, and it's You Better Not Pout. Haha. And I've got it kitted. I have the little pin and everything. This one I got down when we were down the shore in Cape May. Down the shore. I hope all you Philadelphia people caught that I said down the shore. Stitch by Stitch, which I don't get to go to very often. It's just occasionally if we ever go down the shore. I like to go to that shop because it was packed full of goodies. Stacy Nash, here we go. Merry Christmas Pin Keep Drum. Ah, my drum obsession continues. I love that. It says Merry Christmas around the edge, and it's got a pretty little snowflake on the top. Winter Tidings Pin Keep. I gotta do a lot of sewing if I have all these pin keeps around. Deck the Halls Pin Keep, and I love how she added a little three-dimensional bow to her dress. Very cute. Christmas Goose Pin Keep. Christmas is coming. The goose is getting fat. Love that. Christmas at Hollyberry Farm. Must do this one someday soon. Love it, love it. What does that call for? R&R Mink. Don't know if that's still available. One can try. Winter Beekeeper Threadboard. And I don't think it comes with the... It's supposed to have mother of pearl buttons. Oh, I'm hiding from you because I'm yawning. Let's see. Winter Beekeeper Thread. Cute, cute. I guess she's winter because she's got like winter berries around her or something. Don't usually tend your bees in the winter though. Not quite sure about that, Stacy. Here's December 25th. Merry Christmas Pin Keep. Love this guy. Looks like another letter. With the stamp. Oh, I want to do these a lot. Animal Crackers. I've got Whitaker and Paisley. Love them. Must do them. So cute. And last one there is Stone and Thread, Keeper of the Snow. Okay. These away. Talk amongst yourselves. Okay, Here we go, Teresa Kogut. Woohoo! Star-shaped snowman. This is the one that Vanna finished in the Prim Stitcher magazine. What's it called? PSPS or something. Prim Punch Needle and Prim Stitcher magazine, something like that. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about, I hope. Vanna finished this and gave instructions, as only Vanna can do, fabulous instructions on how to finish this into the shape of a star. Isn't he cute? Love him. Star-shaped snowman. Here's Season's Greetings. This is the one that has a lot of coverage, as some of her older patterns do, but still so cute. Love him. He looks like something from the 1960s maybe, or he looks like he should be on wrapping paper from, you know, times gone by. Here's Flying Lessons. Very cute. These are fairly recent ones. Yeah, this is 2019. This next one is older though. This is Starry Santa. Love that. This is fairly new. Oh Dear, It's Christmas. This one I think is older. It's called Joy. This one also older, I think, Primitive Santa with his little penny rug. Country Santa. And you know, I did the big one that I haven't finished him on anything yet. I want to find a nice old piece of barnwood or something and finish him. One of these days I'm going to have a finished but not fully finished parade and show you all the things that I need to finish. Last one in that section is Thistles. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. These remind me of the new trees that Liz Matthews has come out with. Could finish this one and put it with those. Finish them in the same way. They've put a spindly dowel thimble thing in it for a, I know there's a word for that. I can't decide what it's called, but you know what I mean. Those wooden things down here they've used for its stem. But Liz Matthews had a good tutorial on how to finish her trees that she's just come out with, so you could finish that one the same way. It'd make a pretty little arrangement in a grove together, I think. Okay, is this the last section? No. Getting there, getting there. It is almost the last section. Waxing Moon Designs, Christmas Tree Trio. And Christmas House Trio. All right, we are on to the last section now, which is, entirely Brenda Gervais with Thy Needle and Thread. This whole big fat section, I cannot even pull it out by itself. But some of them are kitted, in my defense. Some of them are kitted, so they take up more room. I'm just gonna power through these. Here we go. Fasten your seatbelts. Heap on the wood. Heap on the wood, the wind is chill, but let it whistle, it will. We'll keep our Christmas merry still. Okay. The Christmas Bird. I bought some linen from Kitten Stitcher, which I was intending to do this on, but I don't think it's quite dark enough. I love how that looks against the dark, so I may rethink that. But Jingle Bells. Put it this way. So cute with his little, he's got a little sheep on wheels like I have out in the barn. I think I've shown you. This is an older one. Remember I was talking about Brenda Gervais and how I first encountered her and was so enchanted by how she finished things in the shape of different things. And I just loved her style then. This is one of those. It's called Winter Skate. And it's finished like an old ice skate. Here's O Tannenbaum, finished like a tree. I will say her photography has improved. Some of them are very hard to see. This is called Saint Noel, and it's finished like a little hanging ditty pocket. I love how she put little buttons at the bottom. Snow for Christmas, ho ho ho. Santa riding a sheep, pulling a snowman. Jolly Happy Soul. I think Stephanie might be doing this, of Just Keep Stitchin', might be doing this for one of her MAYnia projects. I think she restarted it because she felt she needed a darker linen. Christmas tea. Here are the little mice again. Very cute. Older one, Woodland Frosty, finished in the shape of the snowman. Love him. That is done on 22 count fine Ariosa. I don't know that, but it's a piece of ivory 22 count. Merry Christmas. Ho ho ho. Again, ho ho. Snowbirds. Winter in Baltimore. Love that. The old Baltimore quilts. Oh, this one has a note to myself. I guess probably for what threads I'm missing or something. Pull that off so you can see. Candy Cane Wishes. This is more recent. Mary Mouse. Mouse in a Santa's hat. Basket Full of Wintertime, much more recent. Older one, Letters for Santa. Love how they finished it with the red ticking and, you know, made it look like, I don't know why I was going to say made it look like, it does kind of look like a stamp just because it's that shape or something. I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking. Christmas at Winterberry Cabin. Jingle All the Way, more recent one. One Starry Christmas Eve. And I have the fabric for this. It calls for Aztec Red by Weeks, a 36 count Aztec Red, and I have it. So I guess you just do the black on there and then leave this part red and just do the motifs on there. And then I don't know if you do the edging in black. I haven't looked at the pattern yet. I need to do that. Merry Noel. No, it's just called Merry Noel. An older one, Winter Wonderland, two little snow people angels. Very cute. And the last one in this box, no, it's not. What am I saying? Last of the ones I pulled out is Merry Yuletide. Merry Christmas to all, and to all good night. And I do have this kitted. Oh, you know what? I've got the Ariosa cream in here. And I'm sure I've got enough. Well, that's what this calls for. But that's what that snow person called for too. So there it is. If I can eke it out enough, I can do the pillow, which looks like it needs to be tea and coffee dyed to get that kind of result. I can do the pillow as well as the little snowman. I hope I can make that work. Santa's Tree Farm, older. I have it kitted with the hoop and the fabric. Vintage Country Mocha, 36 count. Although that looks much browner, coffee colored, and that looks a bit gray, so maybe I would night. Tea coffee diet. Can't talk. Candy Cane Lane. I love this. Be Jolly. I have some 40 count flax in there for that. I don't know if that's what it's called for or not, but it's in there. Holiday Hoopla Christmas. That has some 36 count unbleached linen. Ready to roll. That looks right for that. I have the hoops somewhere. I don't know where they are. Peppermint Pals. And this one is kitted up with mint, which is a little greener than the fabric. The fabric that they show, it's mint Lugana. Picture this plus, which is what mine is, but mine looks a little greener than blue. But I don't mind that. I mean, that's cute because it looks like a wintry, snowy day, but green is a good Christmas color, as we know. So I don't mind that it's slightly greener. I like it blue, I like it green. So beggars can't be choosers at this point. It's very hard to get fabric, I do believe. Souvenirs the Heart, Home for Christmas, a newer one. That's on 28 count mushroom Lugana. So I have that ready to go. That must be over one then. Which I don't mind. Merry Old Soul is the very last one in this box. And that is this guy you all know. And it's supposed to be on 46 count Confederate Gray by Weeks. And I've got in here 46 count Lakeside Linen Cedar Plank. Which is interesting because it's a lot darker. But the white would really pop on there. So I will give it a go. That's exciting to try. It'll have a different effect, but I think it'll be fun. So there you have it, my darlings. I have other patterns to show you, believe it or not. So I will bring back more patterns next week. But in the meantime, I'm going to go out to the barn and grab some things for a giveaway, because I said I was going to do a big giveaway for the hitting 5,000 subscribers. So I will do that and I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. I forgot to tell you also, there's a farm near us and they were giving away free rhubarb. So my husband made a rhubarb crumble last night, which was really surprisingly good. I usually like strawberry rhubarb better, but this just tasted right. He just guessed and got the measurements correct, you know, the right combination of sour and sweet. So I don't know if you're rhubarb fans or not, but it certainly felt very springy to have a rhubarb pie. Anyway, crumble. It's a rhubarb crumble. I don't know why I'm telling you that. Anyway, just blethering on. All right, because I hit 5,000 subscribers, and thank you all so much, and thank you so much for your support and your kind comments and your encouragement. You all are so nice to me, and I really do feel like you're my friends. We're all sitting around my table and chatting, talking about sewing and whatever else pops into our heads. But, oh darn, I forgot. I did put a binding on that little quilt that I'd shown you before. I meant to show you. I fully finished something. Yay! I fully finished my little mini Kim Deal Whatnots, Simple Whatnots quilt. The joy of having a sewing room cleaned up. And that's the other thing I want to tell you, which is that I have been working. I haven't recently because my daughter's in the throes of her final exams for her first year at college. So I don't go out to the barn and disturb her much because she's like, I went out there now to get these patterns and she was like, I'm taking an exam. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. The joys of working from home. But I have worked on cleaning up my sewing room. Now it's not fully organized. It's just that the surfaces are clear and you can see where things are. And I could actually, if I wanted to go out and make some more masks, I could do it without danger of slicing off a finger or something. I said that's what really motivated me. I went out to make a mask and I was trying to use my rotary cutter and I had no elbow room. I had all this junk piled up around me, and so I've cleared the decks. I do have to reorganize my fabric, I think, because right now, especially the pre-cuts, I've got some Christmassy ones here. I've got some, you know, jelly rolls here and charm packs there, and you know, all the big amounts of fabric I've got folded neatly, and I have them in drawers, old bureau drawers, old bureaus, which isn't ideal because out of sight, out of mind, but at least when you open the drawer, I Marie Kondoed them. I stood the fabric up on end so that as you look in the drawer, you can see everything you have. And I figure they're protected from light, they're protected from dust by being in these drawers. So, but the things that I have scattered everywhere are all the pre-cuts. So I need to gather all that together. And also my big cabinet where I have all the drawers and everything, I need to reorganize that. It's not organized efficiently, and there's a lot of things in there I'm never going to use that I need to go through and get rid of and that kind of stuff. But at least the surface areas are cleared, and I was able to go out there. Like, I've been able to go out there and serge my linen when I come across a project and I realize the edges are raw. I'm like, hey, I'll go fix this, you know, or use my sewing machine for things, or find my patterns. You know, the fact I can do all that is encouraging to me. So you will be seeing my little sewing area sometime soon. And the weather's getting really nice, so it's time to show you some views around the farm again, which would be fun. But I was going to say, I have hit 5,000 subscribers, and thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you for your kindness to me and your encouragement, and for sharing our love of stitching and creating. And I do feel like you're all sitting around talking with me, which is how I can do this. And as I said, blather on for half an hour to myself in a room by myself talking, but I feel like you're all there with me. So that's really nice, and especially when we write to each other and we connect, and I feel like I'm getting to know some of you and your personalities and stuff, and that's really fun. And that's the best part about doing these Flosstube videos, so thank you, thank you. Anyway, hit 5,000, which is great, so I'm going to give away 5 patterns today, and I'm going to continue on with the Brenda Gervais and the Christmas theme, all except for one of them. So the first one I'm going to give away is Souvenirs of the Heart, Home for Christmas. So if you're interested in winning this pattern, you put number 1. You should be 18, be a subscriber, like this video. That all is just nice for me. It just helps me. But the being 18 is probably important. Don't say like, don't say giveaway. I mean, don't say free, don't say giveaway, don't say prize, anything like that that would alert people who are just looking for a contest to enter. I want to give this to a stitcher. So this is number 1. And number 2 is Santa's Tree Farm. I'm afraid I don't have the hoops for these to give, but I can give you the pattern. So if you're interested in Santa's Tree Farm, that's number 2. Again, Brenda Gervais. Holiday Hoopla Christmas is number 3, the cute little snowman. No hoop, but just the pattern. Number 4, Brenda Gervais again, Merry Old Soul. And then number 5 is going to be Souvenirs of the Heart, Autumn and Amana. And yes, I liked all these patterns so much, I bought them each twice. So I'm happy to share the fun. And you get to benefit by my scatterbrainness. I do have an app on my phone. I document and photograph every picture. I mean, what am I saying? I photograph every pattern as it comes into the house, but I guess I don't always do the work logging it into the system. So if you don't do that, it doesn't do you any good. So I'm going to go through these again quickly. Number 1, Souvenirs of the Heart, Home for Christmas. Number 2, Santa's Tree Farm. Number 3, Holiday Hoopla. Number 4, Merry Old Soul. And number 5, Autumn and Amana, Souvenirs of the Heart. So just put the numbers of the ones you'd be interested in winning. And good luck, everybody. And thank you so much for coming along this journey with me. It's a thrill to meet some of you in person, to write to some of you, to get nice comments from some of you. I got Stitchy Kindness. I forgot to show you. I'll have to show you next time. I got a lovely card from somebody who'd won a prize in Pittsburgh, and I was thrilled to get that. It's so rare, especially these days where we're all confined to our houses, to go out to the mailbox and have an actual handwritten note in a pretty card. It made my day. I was thrilled. So I'll show you that next time. I'm sorry I forgot to bring that down here now. But in the meantime, I hope you're all keeping safe and well, and keep your spirits up, and you're not alone. We're all in this together, and we can get through this. So I hope that you all get lots of wonderful stitching done, and I'll see you next time. Bye!